Hello, this is the test review for test number 2 for Business 1A Financial Accounting. You're gonna go back to your class on Canvas and click on Modules. Scroll down to find the module for test 2, and that's after chapter 6. Ignore these dates. These dates will change depending on the class. So look up in your class, you will have the test open, and also, of course, I will send you reminders of it. And here you have two links. This is the link to the test, and this is the link to the slides that I will be using right now. So, test review. And again, you have access to these slides. The test covers the next 3 chapters, chapters 4, 5, and 6. It will be open from Sunday 12:01 a.m. until Monday 11:55 p.m. But you have only one attempt to finish the test. You have to complete it once it's launched, and you have 3 hours, so 180 minutes to complete the test. You cannot save and exit. If there is a button that says save and exit, ignore it. You cannot save your test and come back to it later. It has 155 points, including 5 extra points, and it includes a mix of multiple choice questions. So you have 10 questions per chapter multiplied by 3 chapters. You will have 30 multiple choice questions similar to the quizzes, and each multiple choice will be 2 points. So 60 points come from multiple choice questions. And then the rest of the points, which is 95 points, come from the problems. So you will have 7 problems from these 3 chapters. The problems are similar to exercises from your homework. However, you cannot use check my work feature and you cannot watch the hints. So format is the same as the first test. You're not allowed to print or copy the test. If you get locked out of the test, you need to let me know right away so I can give you a new attempt. I have to reset it. I cannot let you go back into your test once you got locked out. Hopefully nobody will get locked out. I want to remind you that you're not allowed to work together. Each student has a different set of problems and multiple choice questions. I also cannot help you. Please do not contact me while you're taking the test. You can ask me questions before you take the test or after. Once you finish the test, you can see your results. They will be transferred to your grades on Canvas right away. Sometimes you have to wait a few minutes. However, you cannot see the correct answers and the feedback until the deadline for the entire class. So the test is due Monday 11:55 p.m. So Monday at 11:56 p.m. you can go back to the test and see what you missed. And then again, you're welcome to send me an email or come to my office hours and ask me any follow-up questions. I actually really think it's a good idea to always review how you did on the test so you don't have the same mistakes in the future. So these are the problems you need to expect. Remember that a lot of points, 95 out of 155 points, come from these problems. So if the problem is not listed but we studied the concept, it means you will not have a separate problem. If the concept is not here, it means you will have a multiple choice question. So for chapter 4, I will ask you to journalize new transactions for merchandising, for purchasing, sales, returns, discounts, freight, and so on. Also, you will have to make an adjustment for shrinkage. So for example, we also studied in chapter 4 closing entries for a merchandiser, but I will not ask you to complete a separate problem. However, I might ask you a multiple choice question on that concept. In chapter 5, I will ask you to complete 4 different inventory assumptions: FIFO, LIFO, specific ID, and weighted average. And I will also ask you to calculate how these 4 different methods impact financial statements. I'm not asking you a separate problem on LCM or on how inventory errors impact the financial statements. But again, I might ask you multiple choice questions. And in chapter 6, there are 2 journal transactions you will have to complete for petty cash: how to establish the petty cash fund and then how to replenish it. I will also ask you to prepare the bank reconciliation statement and related journal transactions. You will also have to journalize necessary adjustments after you prepare the bank reconciliation statement. And guys, it's a fair chance for me to ask you to calculate ratios from the end of 3 chapters. I will not ask you to calculate all of those ratios, but you need to know all of them. So what I would do, I would definitely prepare a cheat sheet with formulas, with things you don't need to memorize, so you can quickly refer to it instead of looking for the formula in the book. So these are the key terms for chapter 4. Again, I cannot guarantee what type of concepts I will ask you questions, multiple choice questions about. I create a large pool, about 200 questions per chapter, and each student gets just 8 random questions out of that pool. But these are all different concepts and terms we studied in chapter 4, so make sure you look at them when you look at this file on Canvas. So this is chapter 4 and chapter 5 on inventories, and then chapter 6 on cash, fraud, and internal controls. So I hope everybody does well. Good luck on the test. Thank you for your attention.